Good.
Well, we haven't got to the closing, but
This is an on-air
we
test.
negotiated both
Be aware,
sides
Ed, you are
agreed.
live on the air. This is an on-air test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
pass the,
We are on the
for
air.
the minutes because Stuart's not here. Go ahead.
Either of them? Okay, call to order. I'd like to call the Board of Selectmen to order at 6:03, November 8th, 2018. Item number 2, approve the minutes, and Sheila, you said Stu wasn't here?
October 11th,
We weren't, I wasn't here.
Alan and I were not here, and whereas Stuart isn't here tonight, there's only two of you
Okay,
who could pass
we'll
it.
just do that next meeting. Okay, item number 3, public
Wait a
forum.
minute, we have another one, October 25th.
Oh, okay. Do I have a motion for the October 25th?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor? There we go.
There we go.
Okay, public forum. This is an opportunity for anyone who wants to address the Board of Selectmen with any issues that are not on the agenda. Well, I don't see anybody in the audience tonight that wants to speak. Thank you. Item number 4, approve a street opening permit for Jesse Malik, 138 Main Street for new water service.
So
And
moved.
Second?
all in favor? Approved. Item number 5, approve a street opening for Raven and Jonathan Fulford, 11 Fisher's Lane for reconnection of sewer.
So moved. Second.
All in favor? So moved. Okay, number 6, adopt the FY 2020 budget schedule.
It's already here, isn't it?
It's right here, and we will have it posted online. Do we have any comments?
It looks fine to me.
Yeah,
I'm all-
the
I'm
only-
all- I'm good
It's
with
okay.
it. Yep.
So one thing I would just note is the way that the Thursdays in March this year happen. March begins on a Friday, so the first Thursday in March isn't until the 7th, which bumps all the meetings down a week, basically. So that the meeting where you would make your recommendations is the last Thursday of March. And then the first meeting in April, the budget board would. And so your first official meeting in April on the 11th is when you guys would have a joint meeting if necessary to discuss any differences, which means that you wouldn't sign the warrant until April 25th, which is the last meeting. So there, there can't be any changes after that. So I just want to make sure that people have a chance to also check their own schedules and make sure that we'll have quorums for those meetings.
Well, I don't go anywhere,
I
so
will be
what are the
gone.
rest of you?
I'll be gone the 4th and the 11th,
Of April?
yes. Yeah. But besides that, I'll be here.
And if we don't, on the April 11th one, if we don't have any last minute things, can we just go ahead with our regular meeting?
Absolutely.
Don't you worry, I'll take care of you.
Okay, good.
Any other discussion on this?
No, no.
Looks good, Lori. Okay.
So you're going to vote to adopt it?
Vote to adopt the budget schedule for fiscal year 2020.
Second?
All in favor? So moved. Item number 7, discussion FY 2020 budget goals. Lori?
As part of the budget process each year, we check in with the selectmen to talk about budget goals and any priorities that you would like to see departments and focus on in the budget document and budget proposals. In this memorandum that I have in your packet, I talk about the fact that the budget is where we really set our strategic plan. Because the work that we want to accomplish in the next year, we need to have the resources in place to develop those. And so I have listed out a number of items. Some of the big ones we'd be working on in 2019-20 would be the master plan for the village parcel. We have been working on year-round housing and attracting families. We have a task force involved with the RSU 21 right now, looking at enrollment, and Consolidated certainly has seen a decrease in enrollment. This year we're down to 153 students, and I think about 33 or 36 of those are from Arundel and Kennebunk. Protection of the waterfront has been a topic amongst the board in the past year. We also, of course, want to do our capital planning and make sure that we're maintaining our aging infrastructure and equipment. And of course, we have to do all that while balancing an affordable tax rate and some planning so that we don't have a roller coaster effect in our tax rate. Town Hall continues to feel cramped with a lack of storage, and parking continues to increase as an issue as we look at how to use the resources of personnel to the best of our ability, and I really think that we're going to have Town Hall in another location for the parking issue. And then we talk about unified facilities management. Right now, everybody takes care of their own facility, which means that sometimes we don't have the most experienced people handling that, and that means that we don't have a joint approach to that as we increase buildings or expand them. Training staff continues to be an important challenge that departments are working on. We see the issues of balancing seasonal needs, visitors and seasonal residents with year-round residents, and the conflict that can create, and that we do our best to manage both needs. Technology is a great resource, allows us to do a lot with a small staff, but it also needs a lot of support, and there's more and more security risks, so it's something we need to be aware of. Water quality studying for Goose Rock's Beach has been a focus this past year, and that will be continuing into next year. We certainly want to engage in community events that build community rather than just focus on visitors, so that it creates a sense of civic pride and people get to know their neighbors. Of course, we want to provide a good quality service to our citizens without feeling like we have to grow government. One issue that I have seen come up is that a lot of people come up with ways in which to fix problems, and a lot of that says that we should have a rule or an ordinance or a law, and that means that someone has to manage that, monitor it, enforce it, and all that can create larger government. And of course, we are, like everyone, looking for the best talented labor pool in a very tight labor market, as 25% of our employees will reach retirement age in the next 5 years. And as we want to be a place where people can live, work, and play, we want to have year-round employment that fits within our community and complements our residential uses. But we do have 86% of our residents who commute outside the town of Kennebunkport for employment purposes. And I'd say lastly, we want to make sure that communication continues to be a focus, both within our departments as well as with our residents. Almost half of our property taxpayers don't have a Kennebunkport address, and so that creates challenges in communication methods. And of course, the world is changing. The way people used to get news is not the way they get it today. And so keeping people engaged, I think, will be important as we focus on these challenges. And these are some of the items that I and the department directors have identified, or that you have discussed in the past year as well. And of course, we'd like to do everything, but, we have to focus on where our priorities are. And there may be items that you see that we don't have identified on this list, and so we're looking for your feedback on that and where you'd like to see us focus for the budget process next year.
Thank you, Laurie. Any comments?
It's a long, important list.
Absolutely.
We're gonna have our hands full.
Yes, we are.
Moving on, other business, Alan?
I just want to say that before I don't have any other business, but we do have a lot on our plate
Yes.
this coming year, and we have to be diligent, and we have to go about it methodically to figure out exactly a really good plan. I think that we're a pretty good team that we can do that. But I have no other business.
I do have a comment in the sense that yesterday, Suzanne Stolman and Michael Terabilda received the Spirit of America Award from the county commissioners. And it was a well-attended ceremony. A number of people from other towns also were nominated and represented their town there. We are fortunate to have people who were deemed worthy of the award. So I think it's something you can look forward to news on the website on the town.
My comment is that the KBA will be decorating the town, believe it or not, for Christmas in 2 weeks. On Monday, November 19th, we'll be out and about on the streets in the morning, and I believe the tree is coming in the week before and will be decorated on that Monday as well. And I would like to wish all of our veterans well and thank them for their service on this weekend, as it's Veterans Day weekend,
Thank
What's the date the tree's getting decorated?
the 19th.
I'm trying to get June Houston involved with Steve Ryan's truck at this very moment. She was in the bucket truck in Steve's truck on Town Hall today, and she said she loves using those rigs, and I'm like, well, get the Kirk truck with me.
Lori, do you have anything? Oh, is he done, Sheila?
I was just going to say, did you want to mention the letter about Allison from Jerry Collins? I thought it would be,
Yeah, I just didn't want to release too much personal information.
right.
But I would note that we did receive a letter from Jerry Collins about Allison Kennebunkport, our public health director and public health nurse, and her impact on their family, which was a very positive impact. On a routine visit to a member of their household, Allison found that the individual needed immediate care and undertook direct action in order to secure that that individual was transported to a facility where they could get that care, and it turned out that it was probably life-saving measures.
Yeah.
And so we really appreciate Jerry letting us know about that event, because certainly Allison didn't. That was just in a day's work to her. And that, you know, it's very meaningful that we have such a wonderful service for our community, because others in Maine do not, and that they keep tabs on people and really help when it's needed most.
Thank you.
Well, Allison and the whole team is a wealth of information about medical issues, and the equipment they have for available use is impressive. And we're very, very fortunate.
We are very.
Now it's my turn. I wanted to make sure people were aware that Oceanside Rubbish, who we have for our trash collection contract, has sold their business to Casella. And so effective November 1st, that went into effect. You should continue to see the same individuals, the same trucks, and you should not see a change except for a DOT number change on the trucks. But I wanted to let people know that there was that change, and our contract will still remain in place through the end of the contract. Also, I want to make sure people are aware that the Parks and Recreation Building, tomorrow we're having a ribbon cutting at 11 a.m. down on Recreation Way, which is the road between the school and Parsons Field on the way to wastewater. And we certainly invite the public to come and attend, and we'll have some light refreshments afterwards.
It's at 11 o'clock in the morning.
11 a.m.
Well, you guys have just about hit everything I was going to say.
Oh.
So, I said, yes, given that it's going to be Veterans Day this weekend, you know, as a veteran myself, we don't always want to be thanked. We like to see it when people come out and do things for veterans. I believe our local American Legion is going to be having a pancake breakfast fundraiser this weekend. So if any of you are in Cape Porpoise this weekend, I'm not sure exactly what time it starts, but they have a sign out there across from the police station. Go down and support the veterans. They really like that. They're doing a great job down there, and I'm sure they'd love to hear from you.
And the veterans eat for free.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, veterans do eat for free. Do I have approval of the treasurer's
So
warrants?
moved.
Second?
All in favor? So moved. And number 10, Stuart's
Motion to-
not here.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Meeting's over. Thank you very much.
Whoa.
I still like.